Hi, welcome back to my channel. I want to say Happy New Year to all my viewers. Today we're going to have a good conversation with Josephine again. I enjoyed the last conversation we had. So we're going to have a conversation with Josephine on setting goals for 2024. So how do you set them? Josephine's organized and, she knows how to really organize her goals properly. So I want her to help us. And if you've not followed Josephine, Josephine has a YouTube channel.
Yes. Be manual. The link is in the description box. Yeah. Please do follow, do subscribe for all things personal finance.
Yeah. Okay. So Josephine, take us through.
Okay, thank you, Florence, and to all the Open Conversation viewers and subscribers. Thank you for being part of this community.
Yes,
and I believe that great value has been added onto you. So we thought that even as we start 2024, it would be good, to take through the community on how to set goals, how to achieve them. So that come 2025,
yes,
we are all winning together. So how do we set goals and why are goals important? First of all, the Bible says without a vision, the people perish.
Yeah.
So it's important for you to know where you're going, how you're going to go there, and what you need to be able to go where you want to go. But no, it's not just about setting goals. I think for me, how I view it is at the end of my lifetime, how do I want to have lived my life?
Yes.
That's where it begins. You need to view yourself when you're 70 or 80. When you look back, what are the things do you either want to be remembered for, or what are the contributions you want to have made?
Because that's not the time for regret.
No, it shouldn't, and it shouldn't be a time for regret. But why most people regret is because it's as if the years crept up on them. They just slept and woke up and they were 80. But it doesn't happen like that.
That's true.
So it's important that we start thinking about that now. So the question I would pose to all our viewers and even to ourselves, Florence and I, when I'm 80, when you're 80, when you look back, what kind of life would you want to have lived? That's where we shall start from.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a pen, you're going to get a paper, and look way beyond today, way beyond tomorrow, way beyond 2024. 20, 30, 50 years from now, what will you want to have achieved? Because then that speaks into what you're going to achieve this year to go to build into the larger goal.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So what do you want to achieve? What life do you want to make? And then also, it's advisable that you put your goals in categories. Personally, I put mine in 5 dimensions. The first one is spirituality. When you're 80,
Yes. Wow.
how would you have loved for us to say of you? How would you have loved to grow spiritually? What walks do you want to have taken?
Thank you for saying that, because I usually look at goal setting as, like financial, like when it comes to, I have never thought
Tangible
about
things.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
no.
that's so profound. Thank you. Continue.
So
I'm listening.
spirituality, what do you want to have achieved by then?
That's so
Then
true.
intellect, how do you want to have expanded your mind? It's also very important. Some people, they say, well, if you want to hide something from Africans, put it in a book. But that is so wrong.
Now,
But that's how the world
2024,
thinks about
I'm going
us.
to come out of that
Yeah,
bracket.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Be on the other side. So intellect, what do you want to have achieved? For me, basically, it's usually the books I want to read. How do I want to grow myself? Is
Not
it in
necessarily
leadership?
going back to school.
No. It doesn't have to be going back to school. It could be learning a new skill. What new skill do you want to learn? And it could even be things like travel. Did you know that traveling is one of the best experience you can ever have? It's one of the quickest way to learn. So travel is just another way of building your intellect. Personally, I want to visit Egypt all the way to Israel.
Okay,
I
let's
want
plan,
to
Josephine.
walk
I'm
where
here.
Jesus walked.
I'm here. If you're
Yeah,
looking for a team, I'm here. I've joined.
so those are my 40. When I'm 40, those are some of the
Wow.
things I want to do. To be able to go back in time to Israel, to visit to Egypt, to visit the
The
pyramids,
pyramid.
go to the Sea of Galilee, all those things Jesus
Because
did.
other people are doing those things.
Why can't we? And they do it because they have planned to do those things.
Yes, they've saved up. That's
Absolutely.
so true.
They've saved up, they know where they are going, and it happens.
We just assume they have a lot of money.
And you will be shocked that it's not because they have a lot of money, but it's the intentionality of the lives they are living.
Wow.
Then relationships. Oh, when you're on your 80th birthday, which people do you see there?
Yeah, around you.
Around you. If it's your children, that means right now you need to be investing in that relationship.
Wow.
If it's your husband you see at your 80th birthday, that means that's a relationship you need to be investing in. If it's your siblings, that's a relationship you need to be investing in.
Wow, Josephine.
Sometimes we waste time with people who will not even be there 2 years from now.
That's where the Bible says, Selah, like you pause and reflect. Wow.
Yeah. So who do you see at that
That's so
birthday
true.
party?
That's
Who
so
do you
true.
see? Who are the people surrounding you? That means those are the people you need to be focusing on. But you see, the irony of life is because we think those people will always be there, they're the ones we ignore.
Yeah, that's so true.
Florence, when did you last call your siblings, your brother?
My brother, we talk on WhatsApp. We talk on WhatsApp. I think I also think like that. It's just that I'm not so, like when you say it, it's so organized in your mind. But I also always tell people that I don't want to regret once I hit 60. I don't want to look back and say, I could have. I could have. And that's why I started actually the YouTube channel. I'm like, I need to get out of my shell. So I get that. And yeah, but I can be more intentional. I can plan better.
Yeah.
And maybe have like a weekly call just to catch up. Thank you.
True. Because, we are in this bubble of work life. I go to work, I do this. But then, those relationships
They're
also,
very important.
yeah, they're very important.
They're actually
because
more
those are the people
important,
we run
yeah.
to at the end of the day.
And a job you can end at some point.
It does. It does. And then, most times we've seen when jobs end, it's like that's where the life ends.
And
You
all your
never-
friends can disappear, the ones for work.
And yet they're the ones you're spending time
Yeah.
with and ignoring, the ones who will be there for you on your 80th birthday. And then also another thing we need to look at, on my 80th birthday, what contributions do I want to have made? And I think it ties into what you said. You wanted to start this YouTube channel because you didn't want to live in regret. Many times we put off what we call our lives. We put them off until we think someday. Oh, someday. Oh, when I have that time. Oh, when I get the money. Oh, when I have the connections. And it never happens. And then you look back 60 years from now, and you wasted your whole life chasing things that are right now they seem significant, but at that point they seem insignificant. There is a famous quote that says, you climb a ladder only to realize you were on the wrong tree. You were busy climbing, and then at the end you realize, oh, I was on the wrong tree.
All the
along.
sweat.
Only to be on the wrong tree.
Oh my goodness.
So it's
God
very
forbid.
important to really think deep.
That's so
To
true.
look at life beyond today. To look at life beyond tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then when you have those long-term goals, they dictate how you live your daily life. So if you're going to say, let's set our 2024 goals, those goals really are going to come from that deep reflection.
Yes, yes.
From that deep reflection. And of course, as a person of finance, as a financial educator, I cannot stop but talk about financial goals. Retirement. All of us will reach
Talk
that
about
point when we
retirement.
cannot work anymore.
Yes. That's so
We
true.
downplay that part of our lives. And we have seen it with those that went before us, whether it were our parents or uncles. They worked all their lives, but they never planned for a time when they'll never work. So that's why financial goals are important. How are you preparing for that time when you're unemployable anymore?
Yes.
That
And it will come.
it will come. And those people don't die. The ones who have not prepared for retirement don't die.
So you just leave
They
it.
don't die soon.
Yeah.
They don't die soon.
So it's stressful.
Very.
And
And of course, now you're looking at your children who also have their own needs. Then one lives a miserable and unfulfilled life. Why? Because they never thought 8 years from now, where will I get my sources of income? 8 years from now, what will put food on the table?
8 years from
8
now.
years from now, yeah.
From now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or
You
less,
know,
even 60 from now.
what you said is so true, Josephine. Because my husband and I are investing into farming.
Oh, I saw those videos somewhere up here.
We will link them. Yeah, so, but we have not yet realized like the profit or the returns, like how we thought. And so sometimes we'll be discouraged and we'll be driving to the village saying, Wanang, this thing is not easy. But I usually tell him, you know, look here. This thing, let's be grateful we're able to do it now. And that has been our encouragement. Let's figure it out now.
Instead of
when we are 55. Yes, you got NSSF money, you have saved, and now you have 100 million you're investing into, let me say, a piggery project. And then right there.
Quickest way to your grave.
Too much stress.
Yeah.
But now, even when we've not yet realized the returns like we thought, we are learning. You know, it's a learning curve. So by the time we are 55, at least we will know. We will even have the connections. We will know even like market. So that is so true. You don't wait until when you're 80 to actually start planning.
Or when you're 55, because you've received your NSSF money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And great. That's so true.
Yeah, so it is. So after all that has been figured out, spirituality, intellect, relationships, contribution, finances, you have your vision board, then you can go ahead and start saying, okay, what do I need to accomplish in the next 5 years? What should I have done? Then when you have your 5-year goals down, then you can break them into the 1-year goals. Okay, 2024, what should I start with? If you've not been reading, don't say I want to read 24 books because Josephine did. No. Have a goal of reading 5 books. Tell yourself next year I'll read 5 books. Next year, I'm going to be more intentional with my family members. I may not be able to visit them, but I will call. If you have children, simple things. Make a meal with them. Have more meals together around the table. Take walks.
You know that, let me tell you, my guardian, the gentleman who raised us, I think our relationship struggled. So by the time I was done with school, he tried to call me. Florence, come, let's talk. My heart's whooping. I feel like, not now. Like now, just leave me. Yeah, so it's so important. That's not the time you invest in your children. Today, where my children are still young, it's the time to invest in their lives.
Absolutely.
So that by the time they leave our home, they are not running. When I'm calling and I'm 55, they're saying, go. Who has called you? Muzee, you go.
They can't even trust you with your own grandchildren.
Yeah.
Imagine.
You know, it is so sad.
And you know, we like complicating life. We think, oh, when I get money and we go to Dubai, oh, when we go to Serena.
That's when you show your family.
Yeah, that's when I'll show my family that I love them. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's the simple daily things. Affirmations. When you affirm your children that you believe in them, being there for their schoolwork, taking our walks around the village, you know. So
that's so true.
We complicate life. And then at that point where we need these things the most, they are running away from us.
Because there's no relationship.
We did not invest. And I think we downplay what an investment is. Investment simply means looking way into the future. I'm doing this now so that I get greater returns in the future. And in economics, that future is not anything less than 10 years. So that means investments, I'm looking at it 10 years from now, I'll be able to get returns. Just like the story of the trees, you know, if you plant a tree now, 10 years from now, you'll have a forest. But sometimes we want the forest after 2 months.
Do you know, Josephine, we usually think of investment as money.
No, it's
when you say
beyond
investment,
money.
people are thinking, you're going to tell us
You invest
about
your
finances.
resources, you invest your time, and you invest in your intellect, you invest in your spirituality. You know, if you're a Christian, you should be investing in your spiritual life. You don't fast because problems have come. You fast even when there are no problems.
Yes.
That way you're alert. When they
fast,
come, you're aware.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if
so
you
that's the
fast,
investment.
when they come, that means the problems will come, surely. So
they will surely come, but if you prepare earlier, you're able to mitigate some of those risks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're stronger.
Yes.
And even the enemy knows. You know, the devil asked those guys who were casting out the demons in the name of Jesus, whom Paul preaches. He said, Paul, I know. Jesus, I know.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who?
And they beat them up. So
At
even
the time
spiritually.
of their lives.
Yeah.
Yes. So for me, goal setting is beyond just saying 2024. No. Everything you're doing is tying into your long-term goals. Everything. Actually, that also, you start eliminating and wasting, right? Yeah, you start eliminating, you reduce waste because now you're focused on where you want to go.
Wow.
So in the comment section, please let us know what are some of the goals, your long-term goals that you want to work on. What do you want to achieve? Yeah.
Even 2024.
Then break it down
Yeah.
into 2024. What do you need to do in 2024 towards your long-term goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to do this, Josephine can help you.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole video on my channel on now just to how do you set goals.
Yeah.
This was more of where does this come
So
from?
Josephine, tell them, where do they find you?
Find me on Be Money Wise Uganda. We are going to put the link in the description box. All things personal finance. Personal finance. Any other topic, please stay at the open conversations.
We'll have more conversations.
Yes, because we are yet to talk about money.
Yeah.
How do we manage our money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Josephine. You know, when you said, I thought we were going to have conversations about money. When you said we're setting goals, hit my head. Yeah, so this has been really beautiful and the conversation has been so rich.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm honored. Yeah, so if you have had, if you have enjoyed this conversation and if you've learned something, kindly share it with another person. And if you haven't subscribed, would you please consider subscribing to this channel? And if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the family. And those of you who are following me, thank you. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. I do notice them and they encourage me.
Yeah.
God bless you. I hope you have a good 2024 and keep this channel. We're going to have more beautiful conversations. Bye.